Hi everyone, I'm Jen Guyman, and this is my week 1 activity 2 video upload. I thought I would jump on the bandwagon of technology use and talk a little bit about iPad use in the classroom. So I am a long-term sub in a special education classroom of students K through 2nd grade, and iPad use is been a big topic in the last, few years. 2010-ish when iPads started becoming big in schools. And for our classroom, we use iPads every day. So it's, sort of been a topic of interest to me. Thinking about, iPad use, how much is, too much? Can there be too much? Is it just a great thing to have in our classroom, a great tool to use? And so I've read a lot of articles about the pros and the cons. A lot of them are really referring to gen ed classrooms, but there's been some really good research, about special ed, iPads in special ed rooms. So the biggest thing for, positives for the special education rooms that iPads help with are engagement. When we can't get students so our group of students in my room are a non-communicative group. So all of them in some way struggle with communication. That might look like they have zero communication verbally. They may not even really do any other type of communication. They might not do any signing or anything. So sometimes we have no idea what they're trying to say. And specifically, I have 2 students who literally cannot communicate. So we have the iPad set up as talkers, is what we call them. And they can just click on little icons to sort of say what they want to say. So they might click on snack, and they're trying to tell me that they want to have a snack, or, when is snack time, or when is recess, and so on and so forth. So those programs are amazing. They really are, because, the communication is really important, especially when they're trying to tell us certain things that might be really important, like they're not feeling well or whatever. So I think the use of a talker is huge. And I really think that should sort of have it unlimited. That's just sort of, along the way, obviously, we're still prompting them to use words. We're still working on letter sounds. We're doing all of that. But, in the meantime, until we get there, I think that, that part should be kind of, excluded. I think that just should be unlimited, and that's pretty much what it is. Then there's the whole, issue in our room is sort of just the attention span of our kids. They really don't have a very long attention span. So some of them have almost zero attention span. I mean, literally, it's like impossible to get them to sort of sit down and do work. I think that can be varying reasons. For some of my students, it's I have one with severe autism who struggles a lot, but will work on an iPad. So, for him, we use a lot of iPad time. I think the apps are amazing. I mean, not only do they reach all different skill levels, but they are colorful, and they are, animated, and a lot of them have singing, and a lot of our kids love singing. So they're, they're really amazing. Also, some of our kids struggle to, even just hold a pencil. So they get frustrated easy, trying to work on their fine motor. And iPads are amazing for that. I mean, especially some of our kiddos with Down syndrome. So that's just easy. Just, point and click. So it's great for all of those things. I'm trying to think what else. I think those are the things we use the most as far as, the non-communicative and skill issues. The other thing we use iPads a lot for is sort of like for a reward or as a tool when a student is behaviorally, escalated and they're being very unsafe, or if they're having a lot of, it's too much sensory and they're having a lot of, or, emotional regulation, so we might say, hey, let's go to the break corner and we can have iPad for a little bit just to sort of de-escalate them in in one of these ways. The only thing I guess I personally question is, especially for the behavior, is how much of using iPad for behavior is really a band-aid to their behavior. I mean, obviously we're still working on all kinds of different things with these students, but for over time we can kind of see that they're no longer, we have some kiddos who are really smart and they're kind of like, hey, I'm seeing that when I start escalating, they're just going to give me an iPad because that's going to keep me from heightening. And so over time, we can see that behavior continuing where they know, like, hey, I'm gonna get what I want quickly because these teachers are, giving me what I want when I behave this way. And it's true, because our ultimate goal in those classrooms is to keep kids safe. And when we have kiddos who are knocking things over, throwing things, biting, kicking, hitting teachers or other students, we are we sometimes need to just give them an iPad. And that may be half a day. And it's, again, a quick fix, a great fix. They seem to really be excited. Like, oh, I got iPad. Okay, I'm going to calm down and but then we might see that behavior that just continue, day after day after day. And so you wonder, if that is really, really useful, or if it's just sort of feeding into the negative behavior. So anyways, my thoughts are not very organized. I have a million more points and thoughts about iPads, but I'm over 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna end there. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, or whatever, ideas, suggestions about iPads, and I look forward to talking to you all more.